Patrol in 2 extended juvenile curfew zones. This comes as the popular neighborhoods dealt with those so-called teen takeovers over the past few weekends.
Yeah, so these special restrictions may not be in place much longer. The emergency bill allowing those extended curfew zones will expire next month.
Our Randy Hildreth is in Navy Yard tonight with a closer look at enforcement and the debate on how much longer it should last.
Take a look at this. You can see patrol cars parked around Navy Yard, officers on patrol. The rain and the extended curfew may be a deterrent for teens to gather tonight. Now, city and community leaders are on the clock to figure out how to handle these teen takeovers moving forward. A small police van labeled Truancy Curfew Enforcement was parked near the grassy lawn at Navy Yard Friday. Law enforcement on the scene say it's used to transport teens accused of violating the extended curfew zone.
I feel a little bit better than if they didn't have the extended zone.
Brian Streggy is one of Navy Yard's ANC leaders.
Commissioner Streggy's aye. Commissioner Bryant?
Aye.
Earlier this week, commissioners voted to request the extended curfew zone.
At the very least, we'll have that police presence, this weekend.
D.C. police announced the restrictions for Navy Yard and the U Street corridor from Friday to Sunday, just as a flyer started circulating online advertising another teen takeover event for next weekend. MPD confirmed to WUSA 9 it's aware of the flyer, and leaders say they added these new curfew zones based on information received and will add more as needed. But the bill that allows for these extended curfew zones expires in less than 2 weeks. Councilmember Brooke Pinto, who chairs the Public Safety Committee, plans to introduce an emergency bill on curfews, citing concerns about the violence tied to large teen gatherings. Here's how she explained her plan to Lorenzo on this week's episode of the DC Beat.
My bill will remove that sunset, so it'll extend it until September to make sure we get through the spring and summer months.
It's not clear she'll get the 9 votes needed to pass the bill. Some council members say the curfew is a short-term fix and argue investment in youth programming is needed. With Ward 5 council member Zachary Parker writing in part on X, quote, extending it again without a real plan isn't the answer. DC teens who join Lorenzo on the DC Beat have mixed reactions.
So I think it's best, the curfew is best. What we don't want to do is criminalize the youth.
There's not really nothing for teens to do. I guess by them taking over, they're trying to make maybe a point, maybe a message to show that they're not going to listen.
For now, all eyes on what happens next.
Sets the stage for a high-pressure decision by council, right?
DC council members are set to vote on another curfew extension Tuesday. Reporting in Navy Yard, Randy Hildreth, WUSA 9.